To lose is to learn, as is to fail is to lose. Losing doesn't mean you failed. Losing doesn't mean everything has reached its conclusion. In every loss, in every perceivable loss, in every instance where you were just simply not the winner or the person out on top, that is a lesson. That is a lesson for you. And what you take from that and how you react to that will dictate, obviously, your future outcomes. That's going to dictate how you decide to plan ahead and how you decide to plan on a counterattack, or how you decide to plan on different moves that you would need to make in order to win whatever you need to win. You know, let's say there's 3 paths you want to take. Left path, right path you did not take, but you took the middle path. Now, let's say you in the middle path you lost, whatever it was, maybe it doesn't matter. So you retrace your steps from the loss. You're not going to start back to where the final boss was. You're going to start back. Now, there could be, you can go to the left, you can go to the right. And in that, you're going to learn things that are going to be vital. Not even vital, but that can be key factors in your next attempt. And there's going to be moments where, you know, you lose important things, where you lose opportunities, you lose people in your life, or simply you lose some time, you lose a couple steps, you lose a couple moments that could have been, that would have been. And ultimately, that's all life is. That's all life is. There's a point in, I feel like, everyone's life where you reach a certain amount of losses, because you're always going to lose. Not always going to lose, but you're always going to lose throughout life. You're not going to win everything. You're not going to be handed everything. You're not going to be gifted everything. Even if you are highly favored, even if you do have a silver spoon, even if you do have the greatest support system, there's going to come a time in your life where you're going to lose back to back. Where you're going to lose back to back to back. Where you're going to lose consecutively. And it's gonna fucking hurt. It's gonna fucking sting. That shit's gonna fucking. That shit could drive you fucking crazy over just thinking, okay, what went wrong? Was it this that I did this? Was it what? And the one thing I can always say, don't look to other people for the reason of your loss. Don't look to any outside external situation for the reason why you lost. Now, there's always gonna be factors in this. You are not the sole person or sole entity in any situation. That's how it is. But there's always going to be extenuating factors. But in how you utilize the external factors and how you utilize yourself and where you are currently, not your potential that you don't have access to now, not your past and where you've come from, and not to where you are now in the present. Now, if you adapt and if you grow, that future potential will become your present. And that potential is now your talent, is now your skill, is now your asset, in your arsenal. But always be logical, truthful, and rational in analyzing your present. In analyzing your present internal and your present environment. But talk about losses. It'll take time, as all things do. Take time to heal. It'll take time and effort and planning to get over the losses, to get over that burn, to get over that stinging sensation inside that's like, I'm not gonna say driving you insane, but like, depending on how you are and how you handle losses, either you're someone that is new to losses, whether you be young or whether you just had a great support system, and you know you're now coming into the fucking real world, like real universe shit. Like, yo, this shit is tough, man. You're here by yourself. You're gonna have help along the way. You can have help along the way, but ultimately, when you're fighting, when you're sleeping, when you're eating, you're doing it by yourself. What's up with my nose? Like my allergies are twisting up. Also, RP to Mac Miller. Most dope. But losses, when it comes to opportunities, opportunities and people might hit the most. For definitely a lot of people. But for those two things, when it comes to, I think I spoke enough when it comes to opportunities. And I just want one thing to be clear, at least. When you lose, it is not failure. When you lose, it is not all over. Because if you're not dead, you still have opportunities. You still have chances. You still have you. If your mind is still working, if you can still analyze, if you can still take a breath and take a step back to see your present, to see your potential, to see your opportunities, and you can see that not only the opportunities that are being presented, but the opportunities that you have the ability to create. Not everybody's gonna have that. Not everyone's gonna have that mental. Not everyone's gonna have that woo. But if you truly want to stand out, from the rest of the crowd, rest of the people doing their own thing, rest of the people trying to fit into the mold, trying to just listen to other people, like, oh, I should do this, let me do this. Do what you want to do. If you want to be like that, respect. But it's people that actually want to live their own life, not really live a leader life, but live a life of, live a life of soul exploration. You want to live a life where you're finding your own authenticity. There you go. Where you're finding your own authenticity, where you're finding your own voice, your own being, your own path. If you're going down that route, know in your heart of hearts, you're gonna be faced with losses. You're gonna be faced with obstacles in your path. But those obstacles, those losses, are not things to be avoided. Failure is not something to be avoided. Those things are gonna be checkpoints along your path. So when you look back, when you're going through your fucking battles, you can look back and be like, yo, I made it fucking far. I made it through that. I made it through these situations. Dog, if you wake up every day and you tell yourself in every situation, no matter if your mind automatically goes to a negative, if you can tell yourself, I wholeheartedly believe in myself and my abilities and my talents and my potential, that will take you so far. If you fully have confidence in yourself and just in yourself, not in what you own, not in what you possess, but in who you are, that will take you farther than so many other people. I can acknowledge I've lost time and opportunities and people due to my own inadequacies, whether it be lack of self-confidence, whether it be lack of monetary possession, but the biggest thing for me was lack of confidence and lack of self-belief. That has driven me away from the light that was essentially on my path as a child. And that took me to the dark, and now I could have been a light in the light is what I realized. I could have been a light guiding the light, but ultimately I'm a light guiding the dark. I know what it's like to be in that pit. So it's like, if you truly want to be distant from the rest, not in terms of like to the point where you can't be communicated with, where you can't be accessed, to the point where you're in isolation and solitude, and it's not healthy, but to where you yourself are so, not better, but you yourself are so much just higher than the rest, just due to your own validity and your own level of belief and your own level of confidence. Just a couple examples. A lucky person is not going to believe they're unlucky. A confident person is not going to believe they're unconfident. A rich person is not going to believe they're poor. A strong person is not going to believe a strong person is not going to believe they're weak. Like, you have to believe and tell yourself in every moment, I am this. Not I'm gonna be this, not I was this, but I am this. What you want to be in the future is what you are now. Tell yourself that every single time you have doubts. Tell yourself that every single time you're questioning yourself. And as humans in this current society and this current walk of life, there are so many distractions. There are so many, not only distractions, but practices of indoctrination, practices of manipulation to keep us docile, to keep us believing, to keep us hooked up to the machine that is siphoning off our energy. There's gonna be another video I talk about. It's gonna talk about I don't think my shit's gonna get blocked for saying this, but talk about porn and all that negative shit, because that in itself is disgusting. So we gotta. I personally want to talk about that just so it's always a constant reminder for me and then anybody that comes across my channel. But losses always gonna happen. Winning is ultimately up to you, and that's one thing that life is not fair. If you thought life was fair, motherfucker, if you thought you're always gonna have help, you're always gonna have guidance, you're always gonna have whatever, you're not. The only thing you ever are always gonna have is you, not your hands, not your legs, not even your mind. The only thing you can ever have is you. Protect yourself, take care of yourself every single day. Make sure you're progressing at least 1%. 1% is better than 0%. Even if you're not reaching extreme fucking goals, have small goals, have small victories throughout your day, throughout your weeks, throughout your months. That will continue to build up your confidence. Having extreme and big goals are great for the long run. Or don't set a time constraint for yourself. Maybe sometimes it is good to have a time constraint because it's just how it is, but don't be so constricted to just one way of achieving something. Life is so beautiful and so malleable. You can manifest so much if you just allow yourself to have some creativity, allow yourself to have some freedom, liberate yourself from the constrictions of limiting yourself. That's ultimately all it is. That's ultimately all I really wanted to say. Get comfortable with losses. Get comfortable with trying. Love the challenge of trying. Love the challenge. Because once you do, those losses are just going to be lessons. You're going to learn constantly. It's just like, you're not going to be afraid to try anymore. And once you're not afraid to try, who is going to fucking stop you? Nobody but yourself. And that's the one person that should not be stopping you. That's the one person that should always have your support, always have your back. Because we have no enemies. So that's why we create one. So don't create an enemy. Just strengthen the partnership you have with yourself. Strengthen the love you have for yourself. Strengthen the belief, confidence, and appreciation and gratitude you have for yourself. The time we live in, man, we need more inclusivity and more like comprehension, understanding of each other. There's too many extremities. Not extremities. That's not the word I was looking for. There's too many extremes out there. Too many movements that are just not the best for you and not the best for society. And ultimately, you have the power. No one else has the power. No one else controls you. No one else controls you. No one controls you. Whether you want to believe it, fate does not control you. Your parents do not control you. Your friends, your families do not control you. Whether you like it or not, God does not control you. You control you. You have your will. Believe what you want to believe. Believe in coincidences. Believe in fate. Whatever. What you believe, your subconscious, whatever you believe in your conscience, will follow you, will push you, will propel you to wherever you are meant to be. If you want to be successful, if you want to be something, believe in. Know where the end goal is and take those steps. Start to break it down. Okay, if this is where I want to be, what do I need to What does that version, what does that image have that I currently don't have? Visualize it, imagine it every single time. And use those losses, use that passion, use that drive, use that motivation, use that determination, use that discipline to take you further. I want to see us succeed. I want to see us happy. I want to see us joyful. I want to see us together. I want to see us fulfill our own prophecies, our own dreams. Don't just dream. Create it. Execute. Create action. Create. Simply just create. Fred said his quote. It's a great quote. Idle hands. Shit, I forgot it. Idle hands create evil thoughts. No, evil thoughts create some. But yo, be blessed. Stay up. Remember, you have the power. And if you don't believe in yourself, look to me. If you say, not even that, look to me, and I want you to say, if he can do it, I can do it. I'm just a regular old regular schmegular. I'm playing. But love, for real though, like, we don't gotta talk about it. Like, my name is King. I hope you enjoyed this little segment right here. I hope you can take something. I hope you can take something. I hope you can learn from it. Because we need each other as humans. And someone that is an introvert, someone that doesn't even want to be around people like that, it's just like, we need each other. At some point in life, we do need each other. Like, what I'm great in, someone may not be great in. But what they're great in may not be something I'm great in. And that right there is something you can learn from. That right there is beauty right there. You're not going to be great in everything. If you're a prodigy, hey man, power to you. But at the same time, create a team. Create people that you can trust. But don't be afraid. Because fear and hesitation will kill you.